Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Zoe, and today we're going to be doing my blush collection. So I said that last one, I'm filming the same day as my bronzer collection, so it is still March 26th, and this is my whole blush collection. And this is only counting my powder blushes, and yeah, so we'll just get right into it. But actually before, just don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel before you go, and enjoy my collection video right here. So same as my bronzer video, I will talk about them in the order of oldest to newest. So we're going to start with my Benefit Gold Rush blush. This I depotted from my, oh my gosh, I can't speak. My Benefit Cheek Leader palette. If you want to watch why I did that, you can watch my Pan That Palette video, which will be up in the cards right there. But I decided to keep this one, and I just put some little magnets at the back so I could put it in the magnetic palette. But this is the blush here. As you can see, there's still some pigment to it, which is nice, but this one is very old. I got it in 2019. My goal for this year is still to finish this. As I mentioned in that video, it will be rolled into my project pan, but for now I'm kind of taking a little break from it, but I will continue doing so, and now I know how thick it is, so now I know that it's probably going to take me quite a bit to do that, and I am nowhere near close to pan. But yeah, got it in 2019, so old that I don't even remember the month exactly, because on my notes I have usually like the month of when I got it. But this is like a sheeny, like neutral blush, which is very nice, like rosy neutral blush. I really like it. I wear it like everywhere, like all on my cheeks, and then even on my temples, and a bit on my forehead as well, on my nose, on my chin. I wear it everywhere. So I think it's going to be quite easy for me to finish, because it's pigmented, but it's not as pigmented as it used to be. So I still have to build quite a bit. Before I had some like pattern on it, but I worn that off quite nicely. I think it was a bit domed either, like slightly. And it's completely flat now. But yeah, that's this one. Put quite a story on it. But yeah, that's this blush right here. Next one is another classic. Well, Benefit blush, sorry, classic, but like this one here is the Milani Luminoso blush, and you can see it's older because it's a gold packaging. Now it's like a black packaging. Mine is still quite domed. I haven't used it enough for it to worn off a little bit. I feel like I'm wearing a tiny bit. It's gonna be like I'm gonna use it more, I'm hoping, in the summer. I've used it a few times this year already. This one I got in 2020. That year I went shopping for makeup a bit, because makeup was still apparently something that was not in the red zone, that I could still go shop for makeup, but not clothes. Just saying, Canada. Love that. But anyways, that blush I got in 2020. It's a sheeny blush. It's like more of like a peachy color. Everybody that knows this blush, they know it's popular for a reason. It is beautiful. I very much like this blush. Yeah, that's that one here. Next one is, like I said in my other video, I count things that are in palettes as well. I count everything individually. So this is my Diamond and Blush palette from Natasha in the shade Daria. So you see I already have pan in this here. And there is a cream blush, but today we are only talking about this beautiful thing here. Again, the swatch is right there for you. This is stunning. It's another sheeny one. It gives me the same vibes as the Nars Orgasm blush. But because it has a bit of a gold to it, it's very bright, as you can see in the swatch. I got this whole palette in June 2020. So again, it's getting older. That's why I'm using this to try, and this I would love to hit pan this year. This, I don't think I will, but you know, that's what's going to happen. And I would like to put a lot of use on this palette to show it some love. I have a few face palettes, not too much, but yeah. This one right here, that's the blush again I'm talking about today. It's the powder blush in shade, I guess, Daria. Again, stunning. Really like it. I will wear it a ton this year, I know for sure. Oh yeah, well, I did explain. It's like a bright blush with like a gold shift to it a little bit. Stunning. Next is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. It is my KVD blush in the shade Honeysuckle. I definitely got this because of Manny MUA and Laura Lee. It is so pretty. It's like a mauvey nude blush, which is, if you know me, you know I love mauvey nude blushes. Those are my favorites. And this one here is a blush you can depot, and I've depotted it just to see how it looks like, because you can see there's a little hole there. It's thick. It's gonna last me forever. But it is one of my favorite blushes. I wear it like so much, and you can't even tell. Well, now there is like a mark from you know, when the swatch I did just before this. But yeah, it is seriously one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite blush in my collection. It's a matte nudie blush. Stunning, easy to blend. It is so perfect. I highly recommend these. And do you see the packaging? It's stunning. I think it was like one of the first releases they did when they rebranded KVD. Next is another one you're going to see in like all these videos, just because it's like a face palette with everything. I'm going to talk about the blushes today. So we talked about the bronzer before, but now we're going to talk about these two blushes here. So Romance Me and Delight Me. You didn't see my last video of bronzer collection. I will link it up there as well. But yeah, this is the two blushes here. I got obviously the whole palette in April 2021 in the sale of that year. And these two blushes here are stunning. So there is like a matte rosy blush and like a shimmery rose, like pink blush with some gold to it. So similar again to Orgasm blush. But yeah, this palette is beautiful. Hopefully we'll show it some more love this year. I would highly recommend it if you can find it. I slammed it really hard. Okay, I don't want to break the mirror. But yeah, this is I love this palette a lot. I use every shade all the time. Yeah, if you like just something versatile, you can wear like everything. Like if you need something glowy, you got it here. You got a matte, got this beautiful gold highlight that you could wear every day. It's stunning. But anyways, just we're talking about the blushes today, Zoe. But yeah, that's this palette right here. Next, another one I count in my face palette category, just because there is a highlight and a blush. But this is the e.l.f. Duo in shade Cantaloupe. So it's an orange blush. I didn't know it was going to be this orange, but I find it has a very good place in my collection, because if I need something that needs to be a little more peachy, because I do love peachy looks, I'm more into peachy looks in the spring, so it's going to get a lot of use here, because some of my blushes I'm like, oh, I want to wear this, and I'm like, oh, I need to be more peach. So I do bring this quite often. We'll talk about this in the other video, but I love the highlight as well. But yeah, this one here, it has some use, but you know, it has, like, you can see it's been used, and that's good for an orange blush, you know, if you ask me. I would like to try more shades of the duos here, but I'm quite happy with mine here, especially since I kept it after my major declutter I did last year, when I decluttered like 50% of my collection. I wish I would have filmed that. That would have been nice, but that's this right here. Next is my Becca Flower Child blush. Oh, I'm putting it upside down. Flower Child blush right here. It's another pretty pink with gold shift to it. Okay, can I like stop having blushes like that? Pink with like gold glitter and nude blushes are apparently my favorite shades ever. But yeah, this one I got, I remember in like a BoxyCharm pop-up sale. Oh wow, I am so happy with this blush. It is stunning. Miss Becca, dearly, don't, like, please bring this back, Smashbox, please. But yeah, this is like, again, sheeny blush I got in June 2021, but since again BoxyCharm is probably older than that, I would like to show it more love this year. For some reason, this one blush I forget a little bit. I really don't know why, because it's stunning. I think it's just because packaging is, honestly, I'm gonna say it's kind of boring. Like, you can't see the shade inside. Like, for example, like, you know, this one, like, packaging's not boring and you can see the blush inside. Same as all the other ones I showed you. You can see the inside. This one I can't. So I think that's what's like stopping me sometimes. I forget how beautiful it is. But seriously, if you have it, take it out and wear it, especially for like the spring. It's especially with the name Flower Child. Yeah, I, again, really like it. I'll wear it way more because I wore it recently again and I was reminded how beautiful it is. So that's this one here. Next is my Buxom Seychelles blush. It's the Wanderlust blush in the shade Seychelles. Got it definitely because of, well, it's because of It's Just Steph and Emily and Max. And Emily from Emily and Max. Yeah, it is stunning if you can get it. I was lucky enough to grab it at Winners, which is similar to Marshall's. Well, it's the same thing as Marshall's, just, you know, well, same company. Anyways, I got it for like 10 bucks Canadian. Like, can you believe it? I found it untouched, not swatched. Even if it was, I would have probably sprayed it with alcohol and I bought it anyways, but it wasn't, so which is nice. Love this a lot. It swatches kind of bad, as you can see here in the swatch. I find Buxom products kind of really swatch horribly, but they work really well. Underrated brand by a lot of people, but the blushes got the hype that they deserved. Next one is one that I was so excited to find at Winners, which, like I said from the other one, this one was actually, I think it was swatched like on this side here. I sprayed it a lot with alcohol, which it disinfects. I don't care, like I really don't care. But yeah, I am so excited to have this. You can forget the like swatch mark here, but you can tell I have used it. It is beautiful. I didn't even mention the shade. This one is the shade Soft Peachy blush, and it is beautiful because there is a matte side and a glitter side there. So usually I use this one all over as like a blush, and this is a blush topper kind of highlight when I use this. So I use these always together. This looks like it's more of a, it looks like a baked formula, and this is pressed, but the packaging is stunning. I love this. So happy I found it. I think it was like $13 at Marshall's. I mean at Winners. So good. Way better than the price of $60 Canadian online. Like seriously, it's so expensive, but they are so beautiful. Highly recommend these. Next is my Benefit Georgia blush. This was in the old packaging, so you can see how thick it is. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I have another one, and comparing to the new one, like it's so thick, I don't like it. I prefer the new one. But anyways, that is my Benefit Georgia. This was an impulse buy from another BoxyCharm pop-up. So I got it in October 2021. I should put the dates because I forget to say the dates. This is more like, gives me similar vibes to Buxom Seychelles, but it's on the peachy side instead of neutral. Because that's like that same like shimmeriness to it. But you can see the swatches there. It's very sheer. I actually really like it. I think I wear this more as like, I know I wear it more as a topper of blushes. Blush topper. Okay. But yes, I really like it. It's not, if I would have bought it, I would have never bought it in store. Again, very impulse purchase. It was like almost accidental because I put it all in like this and a few other things in my cart. And then I went to checkout, but I didn't want to. I wanted to see the amount. And I saw the amount and I pressed something else. And I thought it was going to like take me to like the card thing. But since my card was already registered, it just checked out immediately. So, but, you know, it was like not even $10. Like it was probably $5 Canadian for this. No, $5 US. I don't mind. Like ordering from BoxyCharm in Canada is never a bad thing. Like the shipping for everything all the time is $5 for everything. So you pay all your products and $5 shipping for everything. So, which is not that bad. Like $5 Canadian or $5 US, I mean. So, anyways, all in all, that is my Georgia blush. It smells like peaches and it's very nice. But it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah. Next one is a mini of the Tarte Exposed blush. Like it's very small. I feel like should I compare it to my Tarte? No, it doesn't really make a difference. It's a small one. You can see there's no mirrors. But it will still last me forever. I saw Emily and Max. I think she either has this or shade Party. Hers looks brand new. So, and she has, well, looks used. I'm sorry, Emily. It looks used. But it feels like it's just gonna last me forever. And it is a beautiful shade. It's, again, a nude blush. A nude matte blush. Similar to the KVD one. But KVD is better, by the way. But this one is beautiful. more pigmented than the KVD one, and you have to be more careful, I find, to not make it look slightly patchy. But it is nice. I got it in November 2021 with, you know, that like quad kit that they had. This, 2 other blushes, and the highlight. I only kept this and the highlight because when I did my major declutter, the other 2 were similar to other things I had, so I decluttered them since they were new. But I kept this in the highlight, and the highlight is very special. But anyways, I wanted to keep this one because it was kind of different than what I had, and it's a popular shade. Like, this is a popular shade, so just, you know, to keep it for like reference and stuff. I'm talking like a true YouTuber now. This is great. Next is the mini 100-point perk from Natasha, no, from Nars Orgasm. As you can see in the swatches, I was struggling a lot. I was rubbing hard to grab some pigment out of it. And can you see the hard pan on this? I'm kind of confused. I think it's not meant to be swatched, but I got it as like a point break just because I wanted to have it back in my collection, because I had like a mini of it, like the same as like the size here of the Nars. Like, see how mini it is? And even, I'll show you. Like I said, I posted the other one before, but yes. See the pan size here? It's honestly similar. This is a good 100-point perk. When they had that, I was like highly recommending to people, especially since like how well it's made that you can put your brush in there. So very good. Yeah, it's making me realize that I don't want to buy the Nars Orgasm again. And also, as you saw, I don't need it. I have a lot of shades that are similar to it. So it's like not necessary at all for me to have. But I'm happy I have this mini just to see. But like, this swatch was really disappointing. You can see it more on my finger than on my arm, which is really weird. But yeah, that's it. Again, show you the color and the hard pan. But yeah, that's it right here. We're almost there, you guys. But this is my Dandelion blush from Benefit. One of my favorite blushes in my collection. And you can also see the wear on this. Now that I swatch it, I feel like I'm almost worn out the center of Dandelion. You can kind of see it in some lights, but that will definitely be a goal of mine at some point, to remove the lettering. But I still prefer my KVD blush, like I said. And KVD, the cover effects in this are probably my favorite blushes. But I love this blush so much. It came out, like, I got it kind of when it came out. Because when I worked at Sephora, when did I get this? Got it in September 2022. At Sephora, when you work there, sometimes they have like flash sale of one brand. So they gave an extra 20% off, which we already get 30% off at Sephora. So it's 50% off the whole brand. So I got this and the Tickle highlight. But so I was excited, and I am so happy, so worth it that I got this. I love Benefit cheek products. They are so good. Well, okay. I love Benefit highlights and blushes. The bronzers, I want to try Hoola Light. Let me know if you like it. I definitely want to get it at some point. I want to try it. Especially since so fair. Hoola is too dark. I had it before in my palette. Decluttered it, wasn't my favorite. It was just too warm, which is strange because it's supposed to be a little more cool tone or neutral tone. But I would love to try Hoola Light. And let me know. I will definitely get it in a sale at some point. I do not need new bronzers. But when I buy bronzer, I want to try that one for sure. It's been on my wish list for a bit. But anyways, this blush, so good. Highly recommend if you want a pale pink blush, which is another reason I got something that's actually different from the rest of my collection. But yeah, I really, really like this. Last blush is my Clinique, what are they called? Cheek Pop blushes in the Heather Pop. I got this as like my free like gratis thing. I went to Sephora and I swatched all of them, and this was the one that caught my attention. Yeah, it's kind of similar to, you know, what I like. I think it's a little deeper, so that's nice, you know, something different. I've always wanted to try the Cheek Pop blushes, and from the one time I've used it. Hey, I got it this month. Okay, I got it in March 2023. From what I've tried, I really, really like it. It's like, yeah, I feel like it was worth the hype when I was there. I'll try it more and let you know if it still is worth it, because I know this was like a classic, but you know, there's so many things that come out. And sometimes, like, you know, Hoola was great when it came out, but now there's so many more bronzers that are better, in my opinion. But like this, if it stays to the hype, I will definitely let you know. But like I said in my other video, if you have any like requests of like if you want me to do like top 10 or like a swatch of all of them together, well actually I kind of did that just now, but yeah, if you have any requests, please leave them in the comments. But yeah, that is my blush collection. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the highlight collection that will be coming up very soon. But I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!